Welcome back to Edenhope. Since the end of season 1, we've been very busy working on the house and keeping the garden under control. In December, my sister finally came out to Edenhope for a visit. This was her first visit ever to my house and to the area, so we managed to fit in a few touristy things while she was here. We went to the Narracourt Caves. There are a few caves in the area which you can book tours to go into, and each cave has different unique qualities worth seeing. On our trip, we just did some of the smaller caves that you can visit for free without a tour group, which are also amazing. You aren't allowed to take videos in the tour caves, but I managed to get a few shots in the self-guided caves. We were the only ones in there, so if you're wanting to photograph inside caves, these are great as you can take as long as you like. After the caves, we checked out some silo art and sheep art in Caniva on our way through to visit the Pink Lake just north of Dimboola. There are a few pink lakes around the region, Lake Tyrrell being the largest and saltiest, but the one in Dimboola is very easy to get to and was on our route for the day. Its pinkness varies throughout the year, which is apparently September through to December, so we saw it at just the right time, being there in December. After our stroll down to the edge of the Pink Lake, we headed into Dimboola and checked out the lovely scenery along the Wimmera River and the entrance to the Little Desert National Park. We didn't have time to visit during this trip. That will be a separate adventure on its own, hopefully soon. We had a wander around Dimboola. There are some nice little arty shops selling vintage stuff, artworks and fun stuff, and of course more murals. So after my sister's visit to Edenhope, it was Christmas and New Year's, and then straight back into renovation mode. We are finally getting some painting done. It's exciting. You can see the antique white colour there, which looked okay, but we need it to be brighter. So it's just going to be plain vivid white. And I feel like already it's making the room seem taller and brighter.
With my presence.
With your presence, hey Dad? Yes, Dad's presence is actually making this happen, so Dad is a legend.
In his own lunchbox. set up a jig to cut the cut.
Yes.
I'm using a big saw.
Yes.
And she only cuts halfway through these.
Oh. Right. Oh well.
So
Wow.
about that size log should go in the fire okay.
Yes. We're going to use all the old stump
That's
timber.
Let's say 400.
Yeah, as firewood.
Quarter.
Yeah, because it's, what is it? Red gum.
That's red gum.
Burns really well in the fireplace.
Look at that.
So we're not going to waste it.
One log.
Mmm.
Beautiful.
This is the first orange rose I've had on this bush for ages. Look at it. Lovely.
Alright, there's a lovely pink one forming there too.
Yeah.
See there's no timber on that pier in there. So I've got to get some of this green stuff and offset it. So I can put a plank in here to cover this.
Yeah, there's a lot to do.
Oh, there is a heck of a lot to do.
Yes. While I was looking out the kitchen window recently, I happened to notice something moving along the fence line, and then I realised that it was actually a green bird. There he is, and it was really fascinating just to watch him kind of just walk along the fence line. At first I thought he might have been injured, but he doesn't look like it. I think he's just hanging out along the fence. And then he sort of just disappeared. But then later on, I saw him again in the trees just at the front of the house. So he might be a bit hard to spot here, but he is definitely hanging around in these trees. You might not notice him straight away, but he's right there in the center of the video, and he's just sitting there blending in with the trees. We had some fruit on the trees this year, but sadly the birds got to all of it before I could. Now I don't know whether this is the same green bird or a slightly more vibrantly coloured one, but there he is hanging out, probably having eaten all the pears.